A very good evening, Zimbabwe. You are listening to Studio 7 from the Voice of America in Washington on Wednesday, May 18th, 2022. This is Live Talk. I am Zau Pf.
And I'm Jonga Kandemiri.
Tonight on the Diaspora Forum, we are talking about the suspension of duty on imports like cooking oil, maize meal, toothpaste, bath soap, rice, and others. The Zimbabwean government says this move is designed to ensure that people with access to free money can purchase these commodities in different nations.
Announcing the loosening of import regulations on basic commodities, Finance Secretary George Guamatanga said this is in line with the recent announcement by Finance Minister that Zimbabweans are expected to have access to basic commodities amid the free fall of the Zimbabwe dollar.
The other goods that can be imported duty-free are flour, margarine, salt, sugar, milk powder, infant's milk formula, tea, petroleum jelly, laundry bar, and washing powder.
The Zimbabwe Revenue Authority has already put in the necessary legal instruments for the implementation of the new import scheme. Some Zimbabweans have welcomed the move, while others say it will only benefit those with foreign currency. The majority of Zimbabweans are living below the breadline. Prices of basic commodities have gone up in Zimbabwe as the local currency is now trading at more than $400 for the United States dollar in the black market.
Uhambe mahlabezulu njani lapha likhona endaweni zonke zomhlaba ezijiyeneyo namhlanje sikhuluma khonokho okwethulwa nguhulumende ukuthi abantu sebesenelisa ukuthi bethenge impahla ejiyeneyo emazweni. So-ke uyenelisa ukuthi uthenge impahla leyi emazweni ungabhadali lokuthiwa yi-customs duty. Lapha sikhuluma-ke ngempahla enjengempuphu, i-cooking oil, i-toothpaste, i-bath soap, i-rice lokunye. So uhulumende usanda kubika ukuthi nxa umuntu elemali lokhu akubiza sithi yi-free mali uyenelisa ukuthi uthenge impahla leyi emazweni atshiyeneyo. Kuthe kubikwa lokhu-ke unobhala omkhulu kumbe ngithi umabhalane we-Ministry of Finance uGeorge Guamatanga uthe lokhu-ke bakwenza kwenzisa abantu beZimbabwe babe lokudla ezindlini. Ezinye njalo impahla elakho ukuthi sizithenge iflour, imargarine, isawudo, ichukela, i-milk powder, i-infant's milk formula, itiye, i-petroleum jelly, i-laundry bar soap, ne-washing powder. Sikhuluma-ke iZimbabwe Revenue Authority kumbe iZimra siqaleke ukuthi ilungise umthetho okumele ukuthi ube khona. Ngathi vele siwulungisile. Njalo-ke kukhanya ngazani-ke kulabantu beZimbabwe bathi hayi uhulumende wenze kahle. Kube labanye abathi uhulumende lapha utshaye eceleni. So singazi ukuthi kuyahamba njani njengoba abantu abaningi eZimbabwe bengasebenzi. Sikhuluma-ke khona manje intengo yempahla etshiyeneyo yakhuphuka okwamagama. Khuphula ukuthi-ke idola liyawa. Kanti sinxa ule dola elilodwa elakwelemelika kumele ube le 400 kumbe 400 and something khona phezulu yamaZimbabwe dollar. So kukhanya-ke kunzima ku-black market nxa usuthenga idola lelo. Kunjalo-ke Jonga khonokho-ke esikhuluma ngakho namhlanje.
Wongwadiwa wateereri nevatariri, nhasi uri musi wechitatu 18 chivabvu kana kuti 18 May 2022 muchirongwa chedu chatinotarisa zvinosangana nevana veZimbabwe vari kunze kwenyika nevari munyika Livetalk Diaspora Forum. Nhasi tiri kutarisa nezvemutemo wakaziviswa nehurumende kuburikidza nebazi rezvemari wekuti aiwa tambo simudza kana kubvisa mutemo unorambidza kupinzwa kwezvinhu zvakaita secooking oil, hupfu, mushonga wekugezesa mazino, toothpaste, sipo yekugezesa mupunga nezvimwe zvinofanira zvichibhadharwa duty pakupinda nazvo pamiganhu. Hanzi mutemo uyu wambosuspendwa kana kusendekwa parutivi kwemwedzi mitanhatu kana kuti 6 months kuitira kurerutsa ndima kuitira vana veZimbabwe vanga vachikwanisa kuwana zvavanoda zuva nezuva, atingati mabasic commodity. Mutemo uyu vanhu vari kuutambira zvakasiyana siyana, vakawanda vari kuufarira, asi unenge uchitarisirwa kuti unge uchibatsira munhu anenge aine mari, vanenge vaine mari dzavo dzekunze. Vakawanda vasina mari dzekunze vanototya kuti zvichange zvakudhura zvakanyanya munyika, nokuti vanenge vatenga zviri kushayika munyika izvozvo vakazvitenga kunze kwenyika vachipinda nazvo munyika, zvinoreva kuti vanenge vakuzozvitengesa nemutengo uri pamusoro kuitira kuti vanga vachiwana mari dzavo. Pamusoro pezvo kune vari kutyawo zvakare kuti mutemo iwoyu unogona kukanganisa makambani emunyika anogadzirawo zvigadzirwa izvozvo, anga achigadzira zvigadzirwa izvi, nokuti tinoona kuti mazuva apera hurumende dada kana kuzvirova dundundu ichitaura kuti iri kufadzwa nekuti muzvitoro maamane zvinhu zvinogadzirwa munyika zvinodarika 75% kana kuti kusvika pazvikamu 45 zvine zvaakutengeswa muzvitoro, asi taakuona zvakare vakuti zvinhu zviri kunetsa zvibvumidzwa kupinda munyika zvichireva kuti makambani anga achigadzira zvinhu zvaanogadzira upfu, mafuta nezvimwe zvakadaro vanogona kunge vakurasikirwa nebusiness kana nemari sezvo vanhu vanenge vakumhanyira zviri kubva kunze kwenyika. Dzimwe nguva zvinogona kunge zvakachipa zvichitengeswa zvichienzaniswa nezviri kutengeswa munyika. Ndo nyaya tiri kuti kurukure nhasi. Gibbs, thank you so much.
Yes, let's start with what Zimbabweans are saying in the diaspora. We've got a lady, Ketue Pepe, who lives in Botswana, who says many Zimbabweans back home want, benefit from what the government is saying. So let's get on the show and hear exactly what she's saying about some of the states.
Into wangikhona kule advantage nyana but kule disadvantage on a higher level. I-advantage nyana yangikhona engingakhuluma ngayo yikhona ukuthi kuyi-advantage emuntwini ovele ese-diaspora like mina. If I'm to buy here lapha, although izinto sezidura lazo but kungcono kuba lama-promotions here and there and I can target those promotions. Kuyi-advantage ngaleyo ndlela ukuthi lami nxa sengihamba ekhaya sengingahamba ngithwele. But kuyi-disadvantage kubo-business person abasezimbabwe labantu ordinary people abasezimbabwe in the sense yokuthi kuzoba lelokhuzeni le high demand ye foreign currency yona evele ingekho ngoba umuntu osekhaya kathesi imagine ngomuntu ose-rural uzoqalisa ukuthi adinge ipula, which is very difficult, and kuzobulala i-local currency ngamandla. Not only that, kuzobulala futhi local industry ngamandla ngoba uzathola ukuthi nxa wonke umuntu esekwanisa ukuthi ethenge okungapha ngale kubulala imisebenzi, kubulala i-projection, kuba less demand for those things ezekhaya. And also kuya benefita the few abavele belezimali zabo abakwanisa ukuthi bephume baye emazweni, but i-majority of Zimbabwean, ordinary Zimbabwean citizens akubasizi ngalutho. Njalo the other thing, bona laba balezimali zabo abakwanisa ukuventure into that ukuthi behambe emazweni bethenga izinto, still umuntu uyakwanisa ukuthenga into. Siyababona la, ngiyakwanisa ukuthenga into mina e-100 pula, i-100 pula, which is something like $10 maybe or $9, of which nxa ngifike ekhaya I can sell that thing for $20. Akula muntu okwanisa ukuthi angicontrol, but still bona basekhaya ngiyabe mbabulele akuba benefit kangako kuyinto kwangikhona. I believe ukuthi uhulumende kumele abuye le solution eza benefit abantu, not the few that are able.
Yes, yakuzwa. Wena ngwakho ungumabhebhe nje ubona ngazani kuyakunceda ngani?
Mina kuyi-advantage only ekuthini in the short term I can easily buy things and ngigijime mbahambisele ebulawayo, but in the long term akukhona vele solution. Yeah.
Kumele isolution ibe iwini njengoba selivunyelwa ukuthi lithenga iflour, lithenga amajarini, lithenga i-toothpaste khona ngapho ukutwana.
Bacacile njalo babaduba ukuthi it's just for 6 months. So mina I believe ukuthi whatever solution abangayilethe ebantwini kumele ibe beyond that 6 months. Bona they have ukunanzelela ukuthi ezinye izinqumo abaye bezithatha ziyalimaza abantu, and they have to come up with policies bebona ukuthi umnotho bawenza njani ukuze isolution abayilethe ebantwini i-accommodate abantu, not the few individuals. Njalo izinto zangikhona kuhlezi kungokwesikhathinyana, sekuintroduce lokhu ngokwesikhathinyana, sekuintroduce lokhu ngokwesikhathinyana, kukhanya ngana bala long term solution for all.
Kodwa uhulumende uthi uyazama sibili maphepha, uthi uyazama kunye okumangalisayo uyalezamela.
I-problem baba Dube uhulumende ukutsho ukuthi uyazama nxa usukuhlanganisa le reality thina siyibonayo, it really runs parallel. Uhulumende akumelanga asitshele ukuthi uyazama, kumele sibone ukuthi hayi kodwa laphana uyazama, but as we are seeing izinto baya announce lapho ukuthi hayi umnotho uyasumuka uyasukuma, but nxa ukhangela i-reality imali yabiwa everyday, izinto zikhwela everyday, impilo lokhu siba worse than before. Ngomlomo bayazama but action wezi akula kuzama.
Akum-advise uhulumende nxa kuthi wena ungazibamba sile sidukweni kuthiwa nguwe usungumongameli weZimbabwe.
Nxa ngingaba ngumongameli, okokuqala mina ngizathi I think abantu abaku decision making vele in the first place kumele nxa umuntu eyipolitician kumbe cabinet minister kumbe wenzana nje kabachiyane lokuba ngo-business person ngoba okusalayo i-policy loba imbi for the people as long i-advantage i-business yakho baba Dube wena useparliament uzokupasisa ukhangelele i-business. It's either you are a business person or uphethe isikhundla ngale elokhuzele kubusweni kwelizwe. So khona lapho, that is the first thing I will do. I-politician ayibe yi-politician nxa ku-decision making kuza kukhama phela ukuthi wenzeni usagcina usibalisela la nxa ungayisilo ngoba ukhangelela ukuthi uprotect yakhe i-business la nxa ulimaza uzulu. Number 1. Number 2, uhulumende kayekele ubusela. I-corruption yesibulalayo, the resources are there, abantu bayatshontsha. I-gold nxa liyasmagulwa i-1 kg uzokuthola itholakale e-airport mangaki angatholakalanga, of which that 1 kg nxa ihanjiswa e-reserve bank kubenefit abantu abaningi. Izimali okuthiwa ziyadisappear zinengi kakhulu, izimali ezingekho unaccounted for zinengi kakhulu. Uhulumende akayekele ubusela, uhulumende akathembeki. I think khonokho nje singaqalisela khonapho. Okunye futhi bona bathi they are being incapacitated by ama-sanctions, abakwanisi ukutrade kuhle on an international level, kabakwanisi ngoba vele akula muntu ongaphila enguye yedwa, sonke siyabadinga omakhelwane labangani kwezomnotho anti. So labo abazame uku-approach abantu ababafakela ama-sanctions bezama ukuthi somewhere somehow they meet the mentioned conditions ukwenzela ukuthi labo bencediseke. But ngenxa yokuthi lawo ma-sanctions athinta ordinary people bona they don't care. Khathesi umntaka Mgabu useSingapore, so kuyini okungabenza ukuthi betshintshe? Bona bayakwazi ukuthi nxa begula baya ngaphi, nxa beswela ukudla baya ngaphi. So I think ngenxa yokuthi uhulumende nje ongelasihelo abalani lokuthi ama-sanctions akhutshwe, but ngabe bale bayafisa mpela ukuthi izinto kube le turn around. I believe ukuthi that Zau Pf government kunenge engakwenza.
mazvinzwira kubva kune mumwe wevadare handichitaura kuti vanhu vateereri vazvinzwira kubva kune mudare watiinaye ari kuBotswana. Vataura zvimwe chete nezvandambotaura panda ndichipira chirongwa ichi kuti hongu zvinhu zvakanaka kune vanenge vaine mari dzavo, asi vasina mari vanenge vachimirira kuti vanga vachitenga zvinenge zvapinzwa kubva kunze kwenyika vanenge vachizotengeserwa nemutengo uri pamusoro. Ndo zvimwe chete zvirikutaurwa naamai avo kuti hongu zvinogona kubatsira, asi zvichaita kuti mitengo yezvinhu zvinenge zvichipinzwa munyika izvo zvinenge zvichitengeswa nemari iri pamusoro. Zvimwe chetewo nekutyirwa kuti zvinogona kukanganisa kana kuuraya makambani emunyika. Gibbs.
Yes, what Ketwe Pepe was saying is that only people in the diaspora will benefit and the majority of people in Zimbabwe won't benefit at all. She said, foreign currency is an issue here. How many people in the villages do have foreign currency? So she says even local industries may collapse because if there is this importation of so many goods from other countries, this is going to have a negative effect on production levels in Zimbabwe. She says at the same time, this will fuel the devaluation of the Zimbabwe dollar. And so she says a government should actually come out with long-term solutions. They're not these piecemeal measures. And she also says the reality is that the Zimbabwe bond is useless now. So the government should come out clean on this, because she's saying, you know what, people are being fooled. People are being told lies all the time. And coming out with such kind of programs is not productive at all. So there is a lot that Ketwe said. At the same time, she said politicians must stick to politics and forget about business, And lastly, she talked about corruption. She says there's too much corruption in Zimbabwe. So Chonga, we are joined by several guests right now. We've got Dr. Simba Mavaza of Zau Pf, is based in London. Go ahead, Chonga.
Dr. Mavaza, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Jonga, and welcome, listeners.
Thank you so much. Maybe I can start by throwing my question in English for the benefit of all our listeners, both languages. What's your take on this measure by the government, or these measures by the government to lift the import duty and allow Zimbabweans to bring in commodities?
This is a very good measure. If we were listening from what the ministry said, the finance ministry lifted with immediate effect the duty on basic commodities. And this is a measure which is only done for 6 months. And they've said it clearly, this is for 6 months. And there are reasons for that. Number one, things have just gone skyrocketing. Things have gone so high in prices. Food had gone up 200% increment in basic food. So that whether you have foreign currency or you don't, every Zimbabwean was suffering from the way these people back home were capitalizing on them being the only ones with the monopoly of producing the basic products. So by lifting the ban and allowing everybody to go and buy wherever you can buy it and bring it home, sell it or eat it, what happens in this scenario, we flood the market with food. When the market is flooded with food, it becomes cheaper. So when the supply is in surplus, it becomes cheaper. So it's not correct to say only guys in diaspora will benefit. No, people in diaspora, they eat in diaspora. People at home, they eat at home. So there is no benefit on one side here. What simply happens is everybody, whether you have got the foreign currency or you don't, at the end of a month or so, there will be surplus of food on the market. And when that happens, it pushes the prices down. And that's the only way to get the prices down. Because we cannot put a price control in this situation, which has failed before.
But Dr. Mavaza, before we go to other guests, the government is trying frantically to make sure that manufacturing gets on its own feet in Zimbabwe. By bringing these commodities, as you are saying that they will flood the market, is it not killing the manufacturing sector?
No, it is not. This is a temporary measure. It will be for 6 months, number one. Number two, the manufacturing structures of home, it's not only the basic commodities. There are a lot of things we are manufacturing. Those are not affected. We are talking about what brings food on the table. We are talking about the issue of the stomach. For people not to starve, let us allow food to come home as much as we can, and those people can buy, and they have a choice of buying foreign made food, or they want to buy locally made food. Either way, it's up to the people to choose what they want from the market. So it does not affect the producers at all. They continue producing, and now they know that they cannot continue raising up their prices at will. They will have to be controlled by the prices of the commodities coming in now. So at the end of the day, every other person benefits from this scenario.
Thank you very much. Now we're joined by two other guests. That is Mr. Bhekilizwe Ndlovu, who is an independent political commentator, and Mr. Sipho Ngulube, who is a political activist. Let's start with you, Baba Ndlovu. So here, I think you can hear what Mr. Dr. Mavaza is saying. So what's your take on, this move by the government?
Thanks, Dube. Look, it takes me back to the village. My opinion is that it's a survival strategy. It's going to open the whole space to a lot of things. Of course, the difficulty on the part of the local manufacturer. So it's not correct, in my opinion, for Dr. Mavaza to say that it's not going to affect the local manufacturer. It's like, in the village, when we grew up, and you would get told by your parents that you cannot eat, food from certain neighbors. What we see now, Dr. Mavaza, is a situation whereby your father says to you, look, now you can eat because we need to survive. But what does it expose the kids to? If there is fear that there is witchcraft in some homesteads, it means that the parent is now saying, look, go ahead and eat because we need to survive. So I think my emphasis is the fact that there are dangers that come with that. But understandably, we have become a parastate. We are in danger of collapsing as a nation. So it's understandable that a government would then come in with such stranded measures that show that we have come to 100% point of survival, where people's welfare, where businesses' welfare, those who are contributing to the economy are put at risk. It is indeed not correct to think that the local manufacturer is not affected.
Yeah, ngesindebele ungakubeka njani khonokho okwezwa nguhulumende amafutshane sebenzi.
Asithi thina lapha njengoba ngishilo ukuthi kufana lesasikuko ekhaya village owawutshelwa khona ukuthi ungadle emzini bayaloya umthetho ofakiweyo lo ukuthi uprotector kukhona ukuprotector lo mthetho kodwa ke ngenxa yokuthi manje ekhaya so ikati selilale eziko akula mlilo ngoba kusaphekwa ubaba bese sithena hayi bantu abami selingadla ngale emzini engafuna ukukhuluma iqiniso ukuthi ngenxa ukuthi lapha sesisenkingeni kodwa inkinga ikhona sobala and kungenzeka ukuthi bafa abantwana ngoba if ukuliqiniso ukuthi kuyaloywa kulowo muzi bekuthiwa kungadliwa khona ngezinye indlela laba abasebenza besenza izinto zabo ku manufacturing yekhaya bazolahlekelwa ngoba abasemaphandleni bazothumeza ukudla impela kugcwala ekhaya ngapha sikuthola ngentengo engani iyehlile. So laba bazobethengisa bona ngama-costs abo awakhona ngale ekhaya ama-manufacturers bazogcina nje sebesima ezitaradeni bethengisa izinto abantu sebelakho ukudla ezindlini okuvela emazweni.
Yes, sicela ubambe khonapho-ke Ndlovu ungayikatshana silo ubaba-ke uSipho Ngulube. Go ahead Jonga nangusipho.
Yebo baba uthini baba Ngulube?
Sanibonani bakithi. Sile crisis ekhaya. Singananzelela insuku zona ezimbili ezintathu kula ama-announcement amabili amathathu key announcement enziwe nguhulumende sikhuluma ngokuvulwa kokungena kwempahla lokho kuvulwe nguhulumende kodwa kulokunye akwenzileyo okwemali ukuthi amabhenki asengeboleka imali abe kuvale kuliviki ephelileyo okwenze impahla zacatsha ngoba ama-business bese wacontrol imali bangayitholi emabhenki okwenza impahla zacatsha abantu bakhipha impahla emashelfini. So kulokuthi alungise into ezifana lalezo yena uya-announce ukuthi sekuvuliwe abantu ababuyele baye kweboleka amabhenki njalo yona leyo kudla siyakwazi vele ukuthi ukudla akukho eZimbabwe siyakwazi isimo seZimbabwe economy yeZimbabwe yonke ifile ngiyeza uba kuNdlovu ukuthi sizangena ku-crisis siku-crisis vele ayikho edlula nale. So uhulumende wethu lapha ahlupha khona ukuthi kafuni ukuvuma ukuthi siku-crisis angaze avule khathesi athi uvula 6 months. Xa sikhuluma 6 months kuyabe babe sebevuneni nabantu phela ukudla kubiswa isivuno esihle esisibona ku chronic ku media yohulumende kuthiwa kulesivuno esihle. Xa kulesivuno esihle yini sokusenza si-import umuntu yindaba uhulumende engacontrol ama prices kuphela ku market ku ground abantu bathenge sithenge size sithengele sawudo hayi siku crisis ebuhlungu uhulumende nje kavuma ukuthi usehlulekile njalo uhulumende wethu kadinge abantu abaku-field abaku-industry bam-advise hayi ukuthi adictate from e-state house kube lama-advisors abantu abakuvele beku-field abaku-ground abazi ukusebenza ku-grain marketing abaku-marketing zonke indawo abasebenza kizo bamtshela uhulumende ukuthi okuhluphayo yilokhu hayi ukuthi enze nje ama-announcement without ama-advisors kumbe akhona ama-advisors asazi ukuthi kanjani.
Yes, siyamuzwa kakhulu-ke ubaba uSipho Ngulube uthi what he's saying here is that the government is most probably panicking because of his first announcement that banks should not lend money to people like Jonga and companies, you know. So at the end of the day, he says what the government did was wrong, but they've since reversed that. But he says the damage has been done because people withdrew their, their goods from the shelves. So now we are joined by Mr. Umfundisi Richard Moyo. Welcome to the program.
Regaindi ku kwasemose ngiyanibingelela ngilindi madekwana endabo de I want to say some of things I want to agree with Mr. Mavaza was if you see the situation in our country Zimbabwe, you need a lot of hope for the people. You try to make everything better. That's why they try to say, let's see people living outside of the country, you buy the stuff to bring back home without duty. Tona kuti zvimwe zvinogona kubatsirana kuti zviri kuratidza kuti zvinhu zviri kuramba vari kutraya kuti nyika yeZimbabwe iende mberi. Nyika yekwedu yafane hose pipe inenge ichivhurirwa mvura asine maburi mazhinji kuti mvura painozosvika inosvika yapera. Saka zvimwe zvandinoona sekuti neimwe nzira zvinogona kubatsira sekutaura kwavo nokuti kutsvaga zano kanzi kuvhima kutsvaga utano muHari. Saka regai tione zvakamboitika zvakafana izvozvo kare zvikapedzisira vanhu vari kumusha ukoko vachichema futi kuti tiri kubhadhara matekisi akawanda nenyaya yekuti kunze avabhadhari zvikabva zvabhanwa. Saka taakuona zvaakuitwa zvinotiratidza kuti zveshuwa chimiro cheupenyu hwenyika yeZimbabwe hachina kumira zvakanaka. Zvinongoda kuti dai Mwari akatibatsira, I think zvinhu zvinogona kubatsira futi mukufamba kwamazuva.
Jonga kubeka kona.
Thank you so much, Mfundisi Moyo. But rimwe divi Mfundisi Moyo, imi muri kunze kwenyika, muri kuSouth Africa, tinoona kuti mazuva apera vanhu vari kunze kwenyika zvikuru muSouth Africa maamuchita dambudziko rekuti mutumire zvinhu kumushana namalaicha zvichitorwa pamabhazi nezvimwe zvakadaro. Izvi zvakurerukirai zvakadii?
Vafara zvikuru, tafara nazvo. Zvinhu zvatifadza zvikuru nokuti vanhu vaitambudzika zvishuwa, vanhu vachipedzera vachismagila zvinhu zvichibude. Saka zvinhu zvinoratidza zvinhu zvakanaka. Asizve pamashure apo taatichiona zvava zvichibatsira futi kunyika kuZimbabwe kuti zvanga zvichitengeka zvakanaka nenzira yakanaka. But nenyaya yekukwira kwakazoita mitengo, vari kunzewo kwenyikawo vakuwanawo mabhenefiti, vakubatsirwa ipaona malaicha kuti vaendese kumusha. But still zvinhu zvacho chiri kuSouth Africa kuno zvakutodhura more and more. Like mafuta akutitowa ma200 aitoti kuZimbabwe kutori nane. Tichiona maprice angati ataiona kuZimbabwe taakutarisa pari zvino. Asi I hope kuti vari kuno kuwesana malaicha, vari kuita mhururu, vari kupembera nechitiko ichi chakaisa government.
Thank you so much. Tinotenda.
Yes, Mfundisi Wambe konapo-ke ungaika chana. Let's bring in Dr. Mavaza before we go to the other two guests. Dr. Mavaza, I think we are hearing what many people are saying here. You had the lady in Botswana saying, basically, this is only for the elite, nothing else. I think it was also said by Bhekilizwe in Ndlovu and Mr. Sipho Ngulube. So they are saying at the end of the day, this won't benefit a lot of people. There's no one who has foreign currency every day in the villages there, according to them. What's your take on that?
The problem they don't understand is that when the products come to Zimbabwe, they will not be sold in foreign currency. They will they will be sold in local currency at the rate where it's going on that particular day. Which means, and what we are saying is, when these products are now in Zimbabwe, and there are a lot of them coming, the prices will be forced to go down. So it is not, it's a proper misunderstanding of what will happen, which Sister Bebe and my brother Ngulube, they are swimming in serious confusion. The issue of the nature of the matter here is, yes, we agree, there is a crisis. That's why the government is to come with these measures. Measures are brought up to cover crisis. So we are not saying there's no crisis, there is a crisis. So that is admitted. Secondly, this crisis has not been caused by the government. It has been caused by those entrepreneurs who are actually withholding the products in order to raise prices. They are not feeding the shops with the products. They are not producing much. They are holding things into their shops, into their companies, so that the prices can go up. And that is a pure sabotage. And this is an economic sabotage being done by these industrialists and some other companies. But I need us to understand one point. This suspension on duty is only on the things which deals with the issue of the stomach and the mouth, food on the table. It's not talking about the cars. It's not talking about other products. Other companies, other products which can make the economy run, they are not affected. They have to go the same way it has been. The new laws are being organized now, so that when we start, by starting of Monday or Tuesday, it will be in full force. You can bring your food, you can buy food for your family, it cannot be impounded. If it's more than a certain amount, you pay duty. as per the rules of the Ministry of Finance. So, in other words, in short, here, Gibbs, people don't want anything good. If the government does anything good, you will find the people who come up and say, "Oh, the government is doing it because it has failed." The fact that there's a measure which has been put in place, it means we have not failed as a government. We have come up with a measure. And that measure, we are saying it is tested and proved measure in so many areas. The moment you flood the market with products, the product becomes cheaper. And what we need at the end of the day is to make sure the products are cheaper for our people. So this is the best thing which has happened to the country, and people must celebrate and thank the government for this. And furthermore, in conclusion, Gibbs, I don't understand why my sister Bebe and my brother Ngulube would think that this will benefit guys in diaspora. Guys in diaspora, when they buy food for their parents back home, it benefits the parents back home, not the guys in diaspora. And when the parents get back home, get the food, a lot of it from their children abroad, they end up selling at a cheaper price to their neighbors who do not have children abroad. But that's not the only way of market. That's not the only market outlet. There are shops. The shops will be flooded with food. And we are saying, wherever the food comes from, let me respond to my other brother, I forgot his name, who says he gave an example of witchcraft and says we are simply saying to the guys, eat because you are hungry, even if
that's Mr. Bhekilizwe Ndlovu. Yes.
So Pastor Ndlovu, in response to him, the food which is being allowed to come home, the products are the ones which have passed the test of good standard in their countries. If they are not bringing food which is unconsumable.
I think here what you are saying is, he was not literally saying that food has got poison, but he was saying it's like the government forcing people to take poison.
Yes.
like that way. Not that he said the food is contaminated. No.
That's why my argument is there is no forcing of taking poison when we are asking you to eat. We are simply saying if you cannot afford the locally made food and if it's not present in the shop, buy the foreign.
Hold on, Dr. Mavaza. Let's not go too far. Mr. Bhekilizwe Ndlovu, here you are. Can you tell him exactly what you said and then react to what he's saying right now, Mr. Ndlovu? So I think Mr. Ndlovu has been cut off a bit there. No, I think his network was giving us a bit of showers there. So let's bring in Ubaba Ngulube, since you also said something about Mr. Ngulube. So Ubaba Ngulube,
oqala ngifuna ukuresponda kukho kubaba uMandaza uMavaza uthi yena sile crisis siyavumelana sile crisis kodwa angakuvumeli iqiniso ukuthi it's a government, it's not a man made. Angifuni ukuthi it's a man made, it's a government made crisis esiyiyo. It's a government made crisis. And nxa sithi thina lapha sizaflada imarket ngokudla, abantu bazaflada imarket ngokudla. Phela nxa uthenga ukudla lapha Dube, ukuthengile uyakuphathisa, ukuphathisa you spend. So you can't buy here uphathise ubhadala imalayicha and then you go and sell food ekhaya at a cheaper price. You have to, nxa uthiwa ku-business, you have to put i-profit yakho. So nxa uthenge from eJohannesburg usiyafika ekhaya, obvious uzakuthengisa i-higher price. Njalo ukuthi athi abantu bayabenefita. Yes, uma njengoba sisimabhebhe chilo, abantu abasebenza lapha, mina vele ngithenga la, le South ngithenga la. Of course kuzabenefita mina okwamanje. But umuntu osebenzayo, utitsha osebenza ekhaya, isotsha elisebenza ekhaya, kufanele lilinde ukudla kimi futhi. Liphathiselwe yimi ukudla. Kumele i-civil servant afford ukudla. Can they afford? They can't afford. Even sesibise i-rate of the day. I-rate of the day namhlanje asikwazi njengoba ithi 300 something. 300 something is almost a third of i-salary ka-teacher. Ukuthenga nje i-cooking oil ye-100 something rands. I-cooking oil. So mina nxa ngiyithenge lapha 100 something rands ngaphinda ngafaka i-20 rand yokuyiphathisa. Isi-150 2 liters. That makes common sense. Angazi kumbe kubukuzwa njani ubaba.
Yeah, so akufaka futhi ngesikhiwa nje amtshani ngiphonga ukuthi cha.
What I'm saying, if this man is saying we are buying food from foreign countries, If we have to buy food, we have to send it home. We have to pay cost of sending it home. So we can't buy food here and go and give it away at a cheaper price at home. You have to put your buying price, your price of delivering plus your leaky profit. So that price will go up. And for him to say everyone is going to benefit, it's not everyone who are going to benefit. We are working in South Africa, we are buying food in South Africa already. We are going to benefit for those 6 months. But an ordinary Zimbabwean who's working, a soldier working in Zimbabwe, a teacher, all the 7. If they're going to buy that bottle of cooking oil at 150, let's say the price of the rate on the street is 300. He's going to buy it at 300 Zim dollars, which is about 3/3 of his salary already for buying just 2 liters of cooking oil. What about his transport going to work? The other cost of his life throughout the month. That doesn't make sense.
Yes, Jonga, ngena kona game for it.
Yes, thank you so much, Gibbs. Sure, ndanzwa mashoko ari kutaurwa navangulube nemashoko ataurwa nevamwe vatauri. They are all saying the same thing, that yes, this may be good for short term, but in the long run, it is going to affect a lot of people because one, those who bring in goods from South Africa, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, wherever outside the country for resale, they will put a large markup for them to make profit because they pay Amalija and also they need to make profit out of that. And at the same time, the local industries, they are going to be affected. Because if I can just walk out of my house and buy toothpaste on the street, why go to the supermarket? That's another thing. Let's hear from Mufundisi Moyo.
Yeah, that is true, but sometimes it's not good at all. Because if you remember, the people in Zimbabwe, the way he's struggling to get money to buy, even in South, like other people say, it's very difficult, especially the people in rural area. You are suffer. Saka zvinhu zvakangokosha kuti dzimwe nguva tichitarisa vanhu vari kunze kwenyika vakawanda vanobatsirawo vari kumusha vari kumaruzevha uko kuti vanhu vakawanda kumaruzevha vanotorarama nekuda kwevanhu veSouth Africa. If you remember, many people living outside of the country, he send money with Mukuru and other stuff there. So saka zvinhu zvakafana izvizvi zviri kuzama kuitwa negovernment iyo pachayo vari kutoona kuti zvechiwa apa takundikana saka zviri nani kuti vanhu vose vangozama nekuti mukati menyika yeZimbabwe zvinoratidza pachena kuti mari amuna vari kuzama nenzira dzose. Kana muchiona vanhu vachikwidza mitengo chero vanhu vakawanda vachema nechitiko chakafana nechichi kuti sei vadero. Iyi ingori nhau yandakaona yekufikisa inyaya yekufikisa vakakwidza mitengo kuti tikadai zvoita sekuti nesuwo vari kunze kenyika tobva tafara nazvo, but still zvinhu zvinorwadza futi. Kana uchienda kuZimbabwe mapurisa vakafana namalaicha, each and every road block you pay money so until up to border there. Most mapurisa ari muSA anenge achitodawo mari zhinji kumatogeti papi napapi. Kana uchinge wasvika futi kuna Zima TIP anenge achidhura kuti mota ideclarewe code of a lot of money. So zvakafana izvozvo, sometimes it's gonna help, but sometimes it won't help. So I think the people of Zimbabwe, it's time to unite and ask God to help us, because now look, 42 years people of Zimbabwe are suffering. You try to live the best. Even if some people, you say people of Zimbabwe, hey, tinonamata zvakanyanya, say why mwari wenya asingakunzwi. Saka zvinhu zviri kutitambudza. Sandinoda kutaura kuti yava nguva yekuti vanhu veZimbabwe, nyika yedu iri kuzama nepainogona napo, vari kuzama. Kuzama kwavo kwaratidza kuti kuda Mwari, nekuti Jehovha Mwari ndiye mubatsiri pazvose. Kana pasina izvozvo, nekuti zvakufana mukadzi uya kuna madzimambo 2 wakachema kuna mambo kuti paita nzara vabika mwana woumwe mukadzi vakazoti umwe, asi mambo haana kuvateerera. Kudzama resha azoprofita nenguva yakati upfu wakatsisa uchatengeswa nemari shoma shoma. Saka nyika yedu yeZimbabwe inongoda ruoko rwaMwari, nekuti zviro zviri kuzamiwa vari kuzama kuita zvose nenzira vanogona nawo kumhanya apo naapo kana kunga kukwereta, but zvose izvozvo hazvisi kubatsira.
Siyakuzwa kakhulu ke baba Richard Moyo, sicela ubambe khonapho ngayikhatshana. So ke what sipise ubaba uTrust Ngulube silekhola lapha Jonga. Sizwe ke ubaba uTrust ukuthi utheni. Trust Ngulube kunjani baba?
Kunjani baba?
Siyaphila kakhulu, sisondele emuva mbijana sikubona iface yakho. So ke akutsho ukuthi asakuboni suphumile phela. Wena ubona njani udaba namhlanje? Ngena ku frame kuhle sikubona kuhle baba. Sikubona one lihlo kuphela.
Ubona one lihlo.
Qhubeka khonapho, qhubeka khonapho.
Qhubeka.
Qhubeka baba.
Yebo. Udaba namhlanje luthanda ukusithinta kakhulukazi thina singaphandle kwezwe. Ngoba manje isimo ngendlela okwenzeka ngakhona kuhlukumeza thina kakhulu impela, ngoba manje siyazama ukuthi sikwazi ukuthi ngoba asikwazi ukuthi izinto masingaphandle kwezwe sikwazi ukuthi sithi sizothatha imali siyise ekhaya, lethi yokugcina leyo mali mayifika ngale ekhaya akwazi ukuthi ukudla kutholakale ngaleyo mali. So ithanda ukuba nzima kakhulu leyo nto.
Njengoba nitshilo ukuthi uzama ukuthi sikubone sibili ungene ku frame yecamera yakho, tshedela ngapha tsheda futhi ukuthi sikubone impela uyanyamalala uye ngakhona ngale khonapho kanye. So wena ubona ngani uhulumende kalizameli yini khonokho akwenzayo?
Hayi, ayikho into ayizamayo, kunalokho nje lapho ngathi uyasincindezela kakhulu impela nje, ngoba manje ukuthi ekugcineni lento eshiyo nje uNgulube lapho ukuthi ma uyothi intwana ungadli emzini kanje kuthi kusasa ukuthi uyatshintsha somtshela futhi ukuthi hayi sungayenza into enje kosibani. Yabona lo muntu usuka umlahlekisa lo muntu nje, ayikho indlela usuke ungabe umbonisa ngayo, into nje ongabe umnceda ngayo, so nje kuyikuncindezela kakhulu lokho.
Siyabonga kakhulu ke, akumtshela uhulumende ukuthi kumele enzeni kuyiwa phambili.
Into uhulumende ufana yenze ukuthi jasivumele njengoba nje siyana ngaphandle kwamazwe nje kungenxa yakho uhulumende. So njengoba kunjalo akasivumele ukuthi ngoba sizama lokho esikuzamayo ngaphandle sizenze ngale ndlela, asivumele ukuthi siyenze ngale ndlela vele besiyenza ngayo eqaleni, kungabi nemithetho otshintshayo ukuthi namhlanje kuthintshwa kwenziwa lokhu nalokho. Especially thina ama-diasporas inkinga iba lapho ukuthi yonke into enzakalayo isuke ihlukumeza thina ukuthi nje sivaleleke ngaphandle kuyona yonke into engabe yenzeka. So ngicabanga ukuthi makungabuyelwa kule situation ebekusetshenzwa ngayo ngesikhathi esidlule kudala, hayi manje kube ukuthi nje siyazi uvumeleka sithenge le nto la sithenga khona or siyathenga ngale ndlela siphathisa umalayisha, kungabi kube kwayinkinga ukuthi ufike amabhoda lezo zinto ziba yinkinga gcina sokuthathwa kwenziwa gcina bona bayadla bayasutha, kodwa laba abantu esuka sibanikeza lezo zinto bagcina ukudla kungasafiki kubona, kodwa bona laba khona bayasutha engakho bekwazi bakhulumele phezulu kangaka.
Siyakuzwa kakhulu ke Trust Ngulube, siyabonga kakhulu ungadinela kusasa. So what Trust is saying, Jonga, is that the situation is bad on the ground. If you look at the way they send goods to Zimbabwe, they use malachas, and at the end of the day, they don't benefit mostly because sometimes these goods vanish at porter posts where they are impounded. So he's saying that the government needs to be serious about some of these things. So maybe we can bring in some of us. Yes.
Now that gives because of the measure has been lifted, it means the goods won't be impounded.
So talk to Dr. Mavaza, Chonga.
Yes, Dr. Mavaza, manzwa zvavachitaurwa nevamwe izvo vari kuchema kuti zvinogona kuti hongutanzi tipinze zvinhu munyika asi zvinongoramba zvichitorwa.
Chekutanga ndechekuti nekuti pane mvumo yekunzi zvinhu ngazvichipinda munyika, saka hakuna chichatorwa kunobvunzwa kupinda nacho, and hauna kana proof yekuti wapinda nacho sei, nekuti hapana, you don't declare it, you don't pay duty, unongopinda nazvo, ndozvazvinoreva. Saka hakuna anenge achakutorerai. Dambudziko ratinaro, tine vanhu vajaira kungobhadhara choko muhomwe kuti huori hupere. Haungopedzwa nemapurisa ega, hunopedzwa neni newe. Iwo kana mokubhadhira mupurisa anenge akumbira choko muhomwe, unofanira kumhangarirawo kumapurisa makuru, vanosungwa. Imwe dambudziko randaona apa baba Jonga nderekuti vakuru vaNgulube navaMoyo havasi kunzwisisa dambudziko rimwe chete. Vari kutarisa munhu mumwe chete anenge auya nechikafu chake kubva kuSouth Africa oisa peturu ozoita sechozodhura. Isi tutarisa vanhu vanenge vane mashopu avo vatora chikafu chakawanda chekutengesa. Mari yepeturu nemari yekufamba munzira yese iyaya inokavhiwa nemari yavachazotengesa. Saka maprice avo haazokwira semunhu atora chikafu chemunhu mumwe chete. Ukatenga chikafu chemunhu mumwe chete chinogona kukudhurira kana vakuzoita into account macosts anenge aripo. Asi ukatora chikafu chekutengesa watobva nacho chakawanda nekuti hausi kurambidzwa, saka unenge une maprofits akawanda. Chepiri ndada ndingotsanangura in short kuti chii chakanakira kuti chikafu chibve kune dzimwe nyika. Chekutanga nechirungu vajonga maadvantages of imported food kana zvakanakira kuti chikafu chibve kune dzimwe nyika ndechekuti number one, the food is cheaper. Tisanyeberani, Zimbabwe iri kushandisa US dollar. US dollar rimwe chete rine simba rakawanda kupfuura rand. Saka ukatenga chikafu 100 rand ku South Africa chinenge chachoita kana kuti 10 rand chinenge chachoita kana kuti less price ku Zimbabwe inenge yakana 10 cents chaiyo because inenge iri 80 measured 80 US dollar. Chepiri chikafu chiri cheaper kuimportwa kune nyika yachinogadzirwa kuti chichiuya kunyika yachingagadzirwa. In other words, it's cheaper to import the food from its production country to a country which does not produce it. And again, chikafu chizhinji chinouya kunze kwenyika, it's better quality. Hatisi kuti chedu better quality, but there is a better quality of food because inoenda through test, inoenda through quality assessment. And it's good for the environment. We can talk about it for a long time. And there is more variety of food. Inenge yakuunzwa nekubvumidzwa kuti chikafu chipinde munyika. Uye food importing create economic opportunities. Takuwadzira mabasa vana malaicha, madriver emakombi, vanobatsira kutakura kubva pabhodha. Create employment only more than the imported top. There is a lot of employment creation. Because there are so many benefits of importing chikafu kubva kune dzimwe nyika. Uyezve dambudziko ratinaro baba Ngulube.
So it seems Dr. Mavaza,
yes,
Sipho Ngulube is shocked about what you're saying.
Yeah,
let him come in right now.
No, but let me answer a second before it goes away.
10 seconds there, yeah?
Yes. Ngulube, earlier on you were talking about blaming the government for these problems. Government yatounza a measure. It means it has resolved a problem. The problem of food shortages in Zimbabwe has been caused by the companies who are refusing to supply their food because they want to raise the prices. This has nothing to do with the government. So I think you're thinking of the government kuti ndo yakangoipa izvika mashanduka kubva ipapo maona kuti aiwa iyi haisi nyaya yehurumende. Don't politicize everything. Inyaya yesabotage, economic sabotage being caused by those industrialists.
Thank you, Dr. Mavaza. Mr. Ngulube?
But Dr. Mavaza is the one who are politicizing this thing. This thing is not supposed to be politicized. That's why I said we need government to get advisors, professional people. The people on the ground, the people who are working on the grain marketing, professionals. We have got people who are educated in Zimbabwe, but they are running away. They are not allowed to work in their country. So if he's telling us now importing food will create jobs, that's a joke. That's a joke of the year. If he's telling us we have to import meal, salt, we're importing better meal. But at the same time, the same government is advising people to go to the land and farm. So where is that maize we are farming, we are harvesting going to? We have to take that maize and feed the cake if there is any of that maize, because we are going to eat the quality maize from neighboring countries. That's ubaba oqeda ukukhuluma nxa esithi ukudla umumbu ovela emazweni, ukudla okuvela emazweni kuyiquality, kucreate umsebenzi. Kuyahlekisa lokho, kuyahlekisa. So nxa uhulumende ehlale sithi abantu bathatha umhlaba balime, nxa belima labana abantu umumbu abawuvunayo bawuthengise ngaphi, usuzafida inkomo ngoba uthi owethu aso quality. Kutshoni khona lokho? I-job creation ayitsho yiphi ayibala ukuthi ba-create umsebenzi ngokuthi babulala ama-industry. Anto kulula ukuthi abantu basebenze ku-ground kuma-industry akithi bafide isizwe. Isawudo silithenge esitolo njengakudala. Isawudo elithenge eJohannesburg, isawudo yakwazi ukuthi lisinde onganani. 10 kg yempuphu isinye weight yayo uyifake emoteni, ufake ipetrol from Johannesburg to Nkai. And then how much will it going to cost?
Yes, siyakuzwa kakhulu Ngulube. Sesilobaba lapha singazi ukuthi ibizo lakhe mbani Jonga. Kodwa ke ku Facebook ubhale ukuthiwa nguChino Timba. Akukhulume la lapha.
Baba Makadi.
Tiri vapenyu Makadini.
Tiri vapenyu. Munogona kuswededza kamera yenyu kure nemizvishoma kuti tuone chiso chenyu tiri kungoona ziso rimwe chete. Ndofunga izvi zvaita.
Alright.
Muri kupi?
Ndiri muno muzvangu muNamibia.
MuNamibia ndaona muchizunza musoro pane zviri kutaurwa nevamwe. Amene muda kutaura nechirungu here kuti vamwe vese vanzwe vari pachirongwa chino kana kuti modi?
Yes, let me use English. I speak English and Shona. You know, one thing that is so painful is that we have political leaders who have tested power, and whenever they make mistake, they stand to defend what is wrong. Surely, how can a man come in on this platform and utter such statements that they are creating jobs by allowing suffering people who are earning RTGS, which is less than $200, most of the civil servants, that we are creating employment and those people will benefit? How do you expect a person with $200 who is a civil servant to benefit, to buy a meaningful grocery? How? It's impossible. These guys, they need to zero down to the reality and say, surely Mr. Mangujga and Professor Ngulube, they have failed to run the economy, because whatever they are doing, look at how they are changing statutory instruments. Midnight, you go online, you see a new statutory instrument at 12 midnight, and you expect such person to be a professor who can resuscitate the economy with the new ideas. And this gentleman, I don't know his name, who is saying they are creating employment. Surely, my grandmother, who is in the rural areas, has just $1 for the grinding mill machine. How do you expect such person to benefit? They are saying people who are in the diaspora will send food, but they are denying the same people the right to vote. What does that mean? You know, we have reached a stage whereby we are being led by people who have this political hegemony, who thinks that there is no one who should challenge their decisions. I appeal to Zau Pf and its leadership to say they've done their part. Let them allow new people to come in. This thing of continuously rigging elections and expect the economy to go further than where they have rigged it to, it does not work. Look at the industries, local manufacturers, they've closed. And now they are trying to promote South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, and surrounding countries' market. If we are buying basic needs from South Africa, whose GDP is growing, who is benefiting in terms of the economy? Isn't it those neighboring countries? And at the same time, we are seeing that the government is refusing to adopt the US dollar. And now they are saying, go and buy outside. And this gentleman is coming here to say, no, the government is trying to help people. Helping with what? How can you get, you are earning RTGS, and that RTGS is it has no power.
Maybe one quick question. One quick question. You said your name and surname?
Yeah, no, you can call me Chino Timba. It's fine. I'm from Boera.
Okay, so Mr. Chino Timba.
Yes.
What's the way forward? What's the way forward?
The way forward is to make sure that they bring US dollar, because US dollar will stabilize the economy. Even those local manufacturers, local people who are producing basic commodities, they want the hard currency. They want strong currency to import machinery and other things. Because RTGS is very, very volatile. I think it's just useless. So there is no way they can continue to say, buy outside, buy wherever, let them bring US dollar, and then the economy will stabilize. There is no one who can go and import food when there is US dollar in circulation. Mr. Ngulube and Mr. Mangujika should to come to their senses together with their bosses, Comrade Mnangagwa.
Thank you very much, Chonga. Maybe you've got a question to pose to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ndazwa vari kutaura zvimwe chete zvazvinyanyotaurwa nevamwe vakaita savana vaNgulube namuzvare Bhebhe navaBhekilizwe, zvimwe chete zvavanga vachingotaura. Asi tichitarisawo nerimwe rutivi vachinotimba, hazvibatsire here nguva diki iyoyi 6 months yapiwa grace period kuti maindastry ari munyika anga achikwanisawo kuunganidza zvinhu zvinozokwanisa kuti zvinge zvichitora nguva zvichitengeswa zviri pamasherufu panguva iyoyo, pamwe chetewo nekurerutsira vanenge vachikwanisa kuzviwana zviri kubva kunze izvo zvichiuya munyika zvakachipa, nokuti unoona kuti vemaindastry vari kuti dambudziko rinoita kuti vasanyanyogadzira zvinhu zvakawanda nderekuti michina yavari kushandisa, or let me put it in English, their machines, they are obsolete, they are old, and it's expensive to maintain them, and they cannot beat the production that is like happening in other countries where they have modern machinery. And also the 6-month period may give these local producers time to stock up.
Vajonga vaita basa hazvibatsire nemhaka yekuti mukatarisa makambani ari kunzi aproduce aya vari kutenga ma-raw materials from outside the country, vari kutenga ma-raw materials kunze kwenyika. Saka kuti vatenge vanofanira kuti zvavagadzira zvotengeswa mu-local market vowana mari. Handiti maona ndo zvinoita economy. Kana uine ngatiti uri kugadzira sipo, wonzi iwe ugadzira sipo for 6 months kusingatengese, vashandi unovapei. Iye zvino mukatarisa magetsi, load shedding haichabatsire, haichataure nezvayo, kungodzima anoya midnight. Vanhu ivavo ma-production means hapana, hurumende haisisina zano, yapererwa. Unoti munhu ngaagadzire zvinhu 6 months, ko mari yacho inenge ichibvepi? Handiti vanofanira kuti zvavagadzira votengesa immediately kuti vawane mari. Zvino kana mukati ini tiri kuvapa mukana wekuti vagadzire vachiunganidza, zvoreva here kuti vashandi havatambire? Zvoreva here kuti magetsi havachabhadhare, ma-bills, ma-fixed cost havachabhadhara? Mari yacho imbori kupiko? Naivedwe.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chinotimba. Let's bring in Dr. Mavaza for a few seconds that are remaining right now to hear his defense on what this gentleman is saying. Dr. Mavaza.
Thank you. You see, the problem with that guy who does not have a name and called himself Chinotimba is that you cannot start by attacking government over a problem which has been caused by the industrialists. Number two, it is naive of anybody to believe that there's no employment created by exporting food. The driver is employed. The guy who does the loading is employed. The guys who does the carrying is employed. The shopkeeper is employed. We must understand as soon, Mr. Ngulube, as soon as a business starts operating internationally, there are many additional advantages and factors which can have a huge impact on the success of the business, on the economy of the country, and on a variety of the food being brought in there. It is naive to believe that nothing will change by this. And let me tell you, the changes have been only made for 6 months. The reason why 6 months, it's simply because we want to come around the problem and have our own food and make our own food. We are not saying our food is bad. We are saying we've got quality coming. When we say quality is coming, we are saying the quality now can compete with our quality, and people can make a choice on two different qualities. It does not make that ours is inferior in any way. It simply means it has got an equal right and equal partner who is competing with them on the market. So in short, this country is endowed with some specific resources which are not in another country. And those resources are made into food in a different way. So when we get those things together, we are not saying our country is less. We are simply saying...
Thank you, Dr. Mavaza. You are remaining with only 1 second. Thank you so much. We wish to thank our guests this evening, Dr. Simba Mavaza of Zau Pf, We also had Mr. Bhekilizwe Bernard Ndlovu, Mr. Sipho Ngulube, and we also had Mr. Chinotimba here, who is in Namibia. So thank you so much to everyone who joined the show today. And signing off from Washington, this is Gibbs Dube saying good night, Zimbabwe.
Neni Jonga Kandemiri, ndichiti murare zvakanaka vateereri.
Good night.